Alright, now today in social studies we're talking about our flag, the American flag. We've talked about how every country has a flag to represent them, and it tells another country when they see it, hey, this is our flag, we're proud to live in this country. For us, it's our American flag, and we've all seen one. We had one in our classroom, and you'll see them before ball games. People put their hand over their heart out of respect to pledge allegiance to the flag and different things. Now, remember, on our flag, there's 50 stars. And we've talked about this before, but remember, the 50 stars there's one for each state in the United States of America. Now, were there always 50 states? No, there weren't always 50 states, which means on our flag there were not always 50 stars. Our flag started out with just a few, and then it's grown as we've gotten more and more states. Now, are we still adding more states? No, not really. We haven't had any states added in your lifetime. And now we have the 50 United States that we know as the United States of America today. But every time, way back when they were getting more and more states, they were having to add another star for each state. So now we have 50 stars because there are 50 states. Now, when you look at the flag, there's stripes. There's red and then white, and then red and then white. And there's 13 total stripes. Do you know why? Because there were 13 original colonies. Remember, we talked about how Columbus discovered America, and then people came over here to the United States. Well, it wasn't the United States then, they just knew it as America. And they came over here to get away from people that were trying to tell them how they could worship God, and they wanted to tell the good news of the Jesus to the Indians, and they came over here for a lot of different reasons. Well, originally when those people came over here, there were 13 colonies, kind of like 13 towns that people started out living in. So that's why there's 13 stripes. It goes with the 13 original colonies. Now, our flag, we know it as the flag for the United States of America, but it also has some nicknames. Just like you might have a nickname for one of your pets, or maybe one of your grandparents calls you by a nickname, or you might have a nickname for one of your siblings even, but our flag has nicknames too. Some of the nicknames that our flag is the Stars and the Stripes. How do you think it got that nickname? Probably by somebody looking and saying, oh look, lots of stars and lots of stripes. Stars and Stripes, so that's a nickname. Another nickname is the Star-Spangled Banner. Now you may be thinking to yourself, that's a song, and it is a song too, but it's also a nickname for our flag, the Star-Spangled Banner. Now our last nickname that we're going to talk about today is the Old Glory. Now why do you think it would be called the Old Glory? Well, do you remember on Memorial Day how we talked about all those soldiers that they fought for our freedom, and they would hold the flag because that was what represented our country, the United States of America. And they took glory, they took pride in that. They were proud that they were Americans and that they were fighting for the flag. And so one of the reasons it has this nickname is because they gloried in it. Just like we can glory in something. To glory in something means that you're really happy with it. So if you got a delicious bowl of ice cream in front of you, maybe you put some whipped cream on top and some cherries, and you were like, oh, this is so good. You might say, oh, I glory in the fact that this ice cream is delicious. Now, is that the same as glorying in a flag? No, it's not the same, because we would want to be more respectful of our flag. But that's what it means to glory in something. So, Old Glory, the flag has been around for a long time, remember? The flag represents the 13 original colonies, and we had the flag before we had all the states. So the Old Glory, something that we can take pride in that's been around for a really long time. So our flag nicknames are the Stars and Stripes, the Star-Spangled Banner, and Old Glory. Now, whenever you're driving around, and it's a beautiful sunny day, you probably see lots of flags out. People might fly their flag really high on their pole, like they're really happy in the fact that it's sunny outside. Well, one of the things that we need to do is we need to be respectful of a flag, of the American flag. So that means, do you think we should let it touch the ground and dry on the ground? No, that's not a good way to show respect. We want to make sure the flag doesn't touch the ground. And another way that we show respect to the American flag is that if it starts to rain, we bring the flag inside so it doesn't get wet. So if you're driving around on a rainy day and you look around and you might say, oh, that flagpole normally has a flag on it, but today it doesn't. It's because it's raining and the person took it inside because to show respect for the flag, we want to bring it in and not let it get wet. And then the other way that we show respect for the flag is unless you have a light on it outside, we bring it in at night so that it's not outside in the dark. Now sometimes you might see a flag or you might hear of somebody saying, oh look, the flag's at half mast. Now that's a fancy way of saying instead of taking the flag all the way to the top of the flagpole, it's at halfway up. And we do this to show respect for people that have died, if somebody important has died, or to remember a holiday like on Memorial Day, or to remember somebody who has died. So it's a way to show respect. It's a way for the whole country to show respect for something that's happened for people that have passed away. So remember, our American flag has 50 stars, 1 for each state, 13 stripes, 1 for each of the original colonies, and its nicknames are the Stars and Stripes, the Star-Spangled Banner, and Old Glory.